Hi again, everyone. I'm sorry I took a little bit of a long nap, but I'm back to it again. And so I need to put this a little bit more inclined like this because I don't want you to see what I do because this is a secret pattern. It's not released yet. The image has been shown, but not the crocheted piece, just the generated image. Um, but where I was um, sleeping, eating, scrolling social media, I stopped for a while at Jamie Marie Craft's live, but I'm back. I said I would be doing this the whole day, so I just came back. So I left her live on for a little while because viewership and all that, and had fun talking about a few fun witchy things, and that was nice. But here I'm now. I will be leaving again at 5 to go watch Kevin Key's Patreon live, which I do every Sunday. So after that, I don't think I will be back live because there will be festivities, and you're just gonna hear fireworks every 5 seconds, every 2 seconds actually. But yes, for now I'm back. I'm still trying to get a few more rows in, at least finish the fruit section I was going on about this morning. Yeah, so I'm kind of frustrated because that positive post of a friend um, complimenting me this morning and saying kind things about me turned into a pity fest for people who troll, and like someone misunderstood and thought I was an attack from trolls, and the guy was making a post about that, and he went, "Me and Winter are experiencing the same thing. Everyone's attacking them," and I was like, "That's not true. There are like maybe a dozen of trolls that have been mean to me, but as that is nasty and annoying on social media, I'm nowhere near hated enough to be subject to that on a full post like about people being mean to me. That like that's not good. So I'm frustrated about that. I'm frustrated that it turned into a pity party. Like I would want to be a positive part of that community, but someone just had to go and, oh, why are people being mean to you again? I didn't say anything. I didn't ask anyone to say anything or do anything for me. And I also feel bad when things go that way. Like sometimes I just say one tiny thing and people are like, why are people mean to you? Yeah, so I struggle with that personally. It's something like I always feel like I'm too much. Hi Daphne, how are you? So yeah, that's what's going on right now. I'm doing good, thanks for asking. But yeah, I just saw that after my nap, after I woke up from my nap, that turned into something. And like I said, I'm not at all to be pitied on that front. I know that in the skinny puppy Facebook group, people are, well, most of them anyway, are on my side. Or you're knitting, that's fun. Oh, I'm just working on a test that I'm doing for someone. And so that's that's what's going on over here. And also, hi. Hey, aren't you over at Jamie's live? Or is that finished? I watched for a little while, but I came back here since I promised I would be streaming all day. And I didn't do so well with that because I napped for a while. Um, and after that, I kind of just drifted away. Not into sleep, but on social media. What's the eyes about? Hi. Hi, everyone. What's everyone up to? I can't even show you what I'm doing. Hi, Cliff. Hi, Jennifer. So I was trying to get work done because today in Montreal it's very rainy. By the way, I have the weather command on my bot. Let me do that. Montreal. But it's raining so much right now that there's basically a river right in front of my house. So I was supposed to go and meet someone from Marketplace um, to sell a bandana that I'm trying to get rid of. I don't wear bandanas anymore much. Not the, the early 2000 ones that are like that have a bunch of patterns on them, and they had like all sorts of crazy colors and everything. But the one that I have is black and white. But I'm selling that for like $2, right? It's just a it needs to go kind of situation. So I was gonna meet someone up for that, but I would have to swim there currently. Like it's pretty bad. So working we are, and also my sleep schedule is kind of messed up. So I keep just no a raid. Thank you. You're going to install a ceiling fan. That's good. For the dining room, hands-free faucet. That's awesome. I like that. I hate the fact that like every time I try to wash my hands, there's always something slimy, whether it be like residue soap or something. So I like hands-free. That's awesome. I wish I could have that. But I live in an apartment, so I can't really do that. Yeah, I always try to remember to put my settings on live chat. Otherwise we miss some people. I don't even know why top chat is a thing. I guess it works better for big streamers who have like 10,000 plus commenters at any given time in the chat. Like that could be useful to have top chat on for those situations. But for smaller channels, I wish I could just turn it off completely and just have my people speaking, talking, interacting, being over here. So I was explaining before you all came in that I I was watching you for a little while, but then I came back here because I promised I would stream all day. I had a like 3 hour stream this morning. A few people showed up. It was nice. Mostly lurking, but we had a little bit of a chat about some um, stuff that was happening in my life and sometimes on social media as well. And now I'm back here to rant about sleep and things like that. While I have you all here, I want to share my. Sorry, the police is coming for me. My new Shopify store. If you want to see my crochet things, I make a lot of plushies, I make a lot of shawls, I make hats and things like that. Not all my stuff is on there yet, but I'm migrating to Shopify because I'm having problems with Etsy right now. They finally detected that my credit card doesn't work anymore. And so it's weird on Etsy because even if you're not billed through it, or you're not using it to pay for your account or anything, they require you to have a valid credit card on file. And my prepaid one doesn't work for that because it's not a mainstream wide known bank prepaid card. It's just a small local bank, and because of that, Etsy doesn't recognize it, so I'm not able to get paid on Etsy anymore. Like, I didn't even ever use my credit card to pay my bill or anything. I didn't even use it to process transactions. Like, I didn't even use it for shipping labels or anything of the sort. I really just only ever used my prepaid card to pay, but they do require you to have that as well on file. So that's why I'm migrating to Shopify. It's a neat platform. It's a little bit expensive though. So I'm hoping it works out. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to switch all my things over to Kofi. For those who don't know, my Kofi is what I use for donations and such because I am not monetized yet. I'm too small of a channel. So also, I have a fundraiser to help out with bills and whatnot. I don't have the best not social, financial situation at the moment. So if you want to check that out, let me. I will put the link as well. This is rental, but you will get it. You will put it back. Yeah, when you get a house, I totally get that, and that's awesome too. I feel the exact same about that. I read this space, so I can't really modify anything. I did add some gothy, cute handles on cabinets and whatnot, just because I had 3D printed ones and they were really cute. So I did customize it a little bit, but yeah, other than that, I don't really do anything to my home. Well, like like you see here, I have a little bit of a goth thing going. Everything is red and black, and that's pretty fun. I like that. It's like my favorite color. I do want to apologize for the camera angle. It's because I'm working on something secret. I am testing a pattern for someone, and it's also a gift for Don and Jerry, so I don't want it to be seen too clearly, if that makes sense. I did show a tiny peek of it this morning, like I showed the back, and a little bit of the front came on camera for a second. But that's why the angle is like this. It's not because I don't want you to see properly, it's because I can't. So, what are you up to, everyone? Is anyone doing something fun like crochet or something? Like, I always ask this. I always want to know what kind of projects you guys are working on, because it's inspiring to hear about. I have a lot of work right now with this test, and I have a few orders for plushies. So that's what's going on. I am This is going to be a zombie cat. If you want to see what they look like, I have them posted all over my YouTube and Instagram. So right now it only has one ear. It's gonna have another one soon. Um, but yeah, and it's this lovely green and yellow and white color. This is the colorway Limeade, or I don't know how that's pronounced. I'm sorry. From Lion Brand ice cream, and it's a DK weight. So I just made it this colorway to try to make it interesting. But this one is for an order. It's almost completed. I just need to sew on the rest of the stuff, like the legs, the arms, and everything. And after that, I'm gonna send it on its way Tuesday, because we have a national holiday tomorrow, so everything's gonna be closed. Yeah, right. I have 2 rows left of this fruit section. I'm sorry that I'm being so mysterious about this. But yeah, let me know what you're all up to, even if it's some kind of other crafts, or what you're working on. Are you at work right now, or are you chilling? I don't know if too many people work on Sundays, but I always like to hear about that. Oh, this yarn is a little bit sticky. I'm using Avi Mega Ball right now. This is a light pink color. Um, Hold on. This is colorway 31. And these are super big, and their value acrylic works super well for if you just want to make a basic project. It works well for blankets. It's not scratchy at all. It's super nice. Um, but yeah, I'm using a variety of colors for my project at the moment, and this is, hold on, let me get the specs here. 100% acrylic, 400 grams. It's a very big skein, and 1200 meters. So this is huge, and I'm trying to pass all of it, because um, don't really like using DK yarn that much anymore. It's hurting my fingers, so I'm trying to just use up everything I have. And I thought a huge project like a mosaic blanket is ideal. There's nothing else I could have done more suitable for this. Here's a fun question for you. If there are crocheters or knitters, I know there are some people who knit over here. What's your favorite yarn? Do you have a favorite, or even just favorite type of yarn? So let me know. I have debated with myself on that question a lot, because I use a variety of yarns for different projects. Like, my absolute favorite when it comes to texture would be 100% merino. I do love superwash, but it doesn't have to be. But I like it because it is such quality. It is nice and soft. Unfortunately, I'm allergic, so that puts a little damper on the thing. I still use it sometimes, though. I have a little bit of some of it over here. This is LB collection from Lion Brand. This is 100% superwash merino. This is really good, and they have a lot of nice colorways. They're a little bit more on the muted side, like This is kind of a grayish brown. It's a very nice color. What's it called again? Let me see. Does it say? Yes, Briar Smoke is the colorway. So it's a grayish brown. And I'm going to use this along with some scraps to make a hat. Just kind of a ribbed hat, but instead of being ribbed horizontally, it's gonna be ribbed vertically. So that's gonna be interesting. And well, I guess most ribbed hats are like that anyway. But it's worked into the pattern. How can I explain? It uses front posts, back posts, I believe. It's a very simple beanie other than that, but I just saw someone use that specific yarn to make it on Ravelry, and I wanted to try. And they were like changing colors throughout the hat. Let me see if I can gather a link for you. You crochet and you like medium weight acrylic or cotton. Yeah, I love acrylic. It's my main go-to because I make a lot of plushies. So yeah, when I make plushies, I mostly use that. If it's a small amigurumi, I will resort to using Abi Rainbow Cotton 8-4. That is a super fine weight. Hold on, let me see if I can find that hat again. I would love to, because hold on. Okay. I found the yarn at least. Projects. There are 3,000 projects, so I don't know if I will find it again. Advanced. Oh, I can do that, right? Crochet. Huh. Yeah, I believe it is. Yes. All right. Let me show you this. It's a gorgeous beanie. And it's using, I believe it is using a sand color and maybe a green and a dark red. Mine is going to be a little bit different because it's going to use brown, but it's pretty close to this. But I just thought it was cute, so I'm going to be making it. Ooh, my yarn is sticking to me. I'm so sweaty today. Let me know what you think of the hat. But I just thought it was super cool that the person just switched colors throughout. It made it interesting. Would still look good with just a different colored brim. Yeah, I think that's what the original is meant to be. And it's a free pattern too, so you could make it if you wanted. So since a few of us don't know each other, if you want to introduce yourself and say hello in the comments, that would be great, because I want to welcome you. I want to give you a proper welcome. I have seen most of you. I've seen Cliff on here before. Jerry comes on here all the time. I've seen the guy I've seen Don before on here. Daphne has come on here often. Might have seen Jennifer a few times. I'm sorry, my memory is god awful. But if you've not been over here, feel free to introduce yourself. Tell me what you do, what you like, um, anything you want, really. I am Winter. I am a disabled crocheter, and I try to at least make a living out of my creations the best I can. I'm facing a lot of struggles right now. I am facing a lot of health issues as well. I have carpal tunnel. I have to take a lot of breaks. I have some. I'm starting to have a lot of signs of rheumatoid arthritis, and I have to go back to a different doctor. But my previous doctor was weird about it, so that's in process. That's gonna get figured out. I say this because um, I am at risk for it. My father has it. It's something in my family. So anyway, enough about the boring health issues. I don't want to bore everyone to death with that. But yes, I am a disabled crocheter. I'm also a witch, and I'm also a goth. Right now, I'm just wearing very boring t-shirt. Like that's my pajama outfit. Just black shorts and a t-shirt. That's what I do. Yeah. I think a lot of us have some health issues, and I think the crochet community is very welcoming for that. The crafty community at large too, because a lot of us are faced with those issues, and sometimes it can mean we're stuck at home, or um, it can be isolating in a way. And I think a lot of us understand each other and are able to find, to find a loving, safe place to just be. Well, at least that's how I feel. So yeah, and I hear a lot of fellow crafty people have carpal tunnel as well, and can totally relate. I know a few of people who come on here have had surgery for that. I have not reached that point yet, because I am in a position that I can't afford not actively working and selling and things right now. Um, because it would be really hard for me to get uh, unemployment benefit and whatnot. Because I was on that for a while, and like, yeah, it's a whole mess. We have very good social programs here, but you do have to have your doctor's approval still. They're not just gonna magically put you on disability, even temporarily. And if your doctor doesn't think you need that, like even if you're not working or anything, or you don't have a high income, like if your doctor doesn't think so, he's not just gonna they're not just gonna, you know how it is basically. um but yeah, I've been facing a lot of problems towards that, because I have a very hard time advocating for myself. So that's winter's situation here. Yeah, I've been dealing with that all that stuff for a while now. Well, thank you. Yeah, I do the best I can, and I hope everyone here does the same. I hope you all do the best you can too. I wish nothing more than that. As a community, it's a pretty good space, and I think often we take care of each other, and like it's also very important. But I think sometimes you can get lost in that and forget to care about yourself a little bit. But I want to be in a space where I'm gentler towards myself. I do have to still keep working, there's no way around that. Um, but yes, I also need to know that just one thing that I do want to impart and uh, remind people is you're not a failure if you need a break. You're not bad if you need to take it easy for a couple days. I know, of course, financially, we can't always do that, and it's a real struggle. But I do want to repeat it because it's important. Being gentle with oneself uh, definitely um, works by it encompasses being taking a moment sometimes, even if it's just 5 minutes in your day, where you kind of relax and think back, or even just tell yourself you have done a good job today. Just take a 5 minute before bed or anything. Just tell yourself you've done some good work. Um, just think about something that makes you feel good. I've done a lot of anxiety therapy. I've done group therapy for that, and I've learned some good strategies. And one of them that stuck is take a moment, meditate, or anything that floats your boat. Not everyone likes meditating. It can be a little bit hectic in your mind the first few times you do that, because your mind is trying desperately to go from point A to point Z in 5 seconds, and like that can be a little bit much. But just let the thoughts run free, and yeah, that's one thing I like to do when I meditate. I don't try to stop myself from thinking. I just let it flow, and I just don't stop and obsess over one thought. I just let it go where it takes me, and that's one thing I learned from my anxiety group things, um, which it was a big change for me. So I'm very thankful. So I live in Montreal. I'm a French Canadian person, so that's what the accent is. But where do you live? You probably have told me this already. I apologize if so, but let me know where you live. I know we have a few people that are from Canada as well, sometimes here. Leather, who often comes to my live streams, is from Canada as well. She's from BC. And most of my other viewers are from the States. Most of them friends that I've made on YouTube over the years. I did give my YouTube channel link to a few fellow Facebook peeps. So maybe we will start seeing a few musicians on here. That would be cool. Because I have a few musician friends over on Facebook. I apologize for being so um, unstructured right now. I understand that it's hard to keep up with. My brain kind of goes to one point to the next and then back to another completely unrelated thing. Um, but yeah, I have lived in Montreal for a little bit over 5 years now, and it's my home now. I think it will be for a very long time. I Yeah, that's pretty much it. If you're new to this channel, um, we do a lot of philosophy talk. I do some political talk sometimes as well, but we talk a lot about mental health. We talk a lot about things like that. So I think it's a very important thing. But also, you're also free to talk about anything that is on your mind or you're not necessarily preoccupied, but anything that you feel like sharing is welcome, as long as it is polite and kind. I don't welcome unkind thoughts, of course. This is a safe zone. I just wanted to say that. You live in Nevada. Cool. Oh, you're one quarter French Canadian. Do you have a little bit of the accent? I know I have a very heavy Montreal accent. People have told me. Have you ever been to Canada? I've been to the States. I've not been to Nevada though. I've been to Florida twice, which both times was for Walt Disney World with my parents when I was a bit younger. I was a young adult just starting out college. But they wanted to go and I went with them, and I've been to New York, and that is all. You love Canada. You don't have an accent. Interesting. Yeah, but yeah. Have you ever been? And Canada, I have visited three provinces. Obviously, Quebec, because I lived there all my life. Ontario, it's the next closest province to where I live anyway. I've been to Toronto, Ottawa, smaller cities as well, smaller towns. I've been quite a few times, and I've been to Toronto like at least 10 times because whenever you take a flight, and it's a cheap flight, it always goes to Toronto, and then you switch planes. I always have a transfer at Toronto. I thought maybe it was relevant to say somehow. I don't know. And I've been to Alberta once, and I doubt I will ever go there again. It was an interesting trip. What provinces have you visited? I'm curious. Have you been to BC? BC is on my list. I want to go there. Want to visit Vancouver someday. It's very high on my priority list. I want to go to Stanley Park because I have um, very good reasons for that. There's a band that I like that I always wear shirts from. This is one of them. Hold on, let me show you. Oh, you've been to Ontario and Toronto too. Yeah, it's a classic. It's definitely somewhere to go. There's so much stuff. But this is Skinny Puppy, and they are from Canada. Now they all live in the States, and they've broken up anyway. But this is my favorite band. And they're the reason I have been to Alberta too, because I went to see them one last time before they retired. Um, but Stanley Park has a very big significance with this band. They have an album called "To Dark Park" that is dedicated to Stanley Park. Stanley Park also has a lot of spiritual things to it. There is a burial ground, a native burial ground there, and there are witches things, like there are witches trees and stuff, and so it's a very highly spiritual place. Not not like religious, but more like there are definitely ghosts, spirits, and things like that over there. Don't know if you believe in that kind of stuff. I kind of do. I'm, like I said, I'm a witch. I'm a pagan witch. So that's my thing, and I like to find out about spiritual stuff a lot. So yeah, I want to go to Dark Park, Stanley Park. It's a very beautiful place too. But I want to at least go once in my life and visit all the hot spots about Skinny Puppy. Like, there's a few um, landmarks, at, if I should say, stores, venues they've played at, things like that. That would be very interesting to me to find out about. If you're new here, just know that I talk about Skinny Puppy at least one time every stream, sometimes more. You'll get used to it, but I talk about it a lot. It's my absolute favorite band. Yay! I made it through the fruit section. I will tell you, but I can't show you. But next is an ant section because the theme is picnic. So there's like picnic cloth, and then a basket, and then uh, little fruits and little ants. So that's cute as heck. All right. Navigate to the next section. Yes. Okay. Good. Remember to hydrate, folks. Very important. Now I need to weigh this because I'm testing. So I'm um, weighing everything I use. Mm, okay. I do the math on my arm. Don't mind me. And I need a calculator additional to that. So I can't remember like the number that I put down previously to do the little cross thing where you multiply and then you divide and then you have your number here. I don't know the name of that in English. I'm sorry. I know it in French. Yeah. Okay. 8, 5, 2. Okay, we have 852 meters left. So now I need to take a note in my little. This is something I do every time I test something, and sometimes the designer wants you to take note. I'm very meticulous about this. Not to brag, but okay. And we have used 102 meters. That's very small. Yeah, okay. I'm very interested to do this mat with the big sections I've made though. Like, there's a lot of dark red in this blanket. I can kind of show you a little bit of it, but as you can see, there are very large sections like these that use dark red. So that's gonna be a hell of a lot of fun calculating. I'm gonna go get more yarn and put this back. No! Oh my. Yarn spill! Oh, I need a green as well, don't I? Yes. Okay, I need all those. Ah! Ouch! I just hurt myself. Don't do that, Winter! Be careful! I can put this one back too. I won't use it for a while. Hello again. I am here. Okay. I'm just gonna get settled a little bit. Okay. Did I take the... Yes, I did. Hold on. Oh. Okay, I need the this color first. Yeah. The green and then this. Because our little ants are walking on grass. Yeah, I'm crocheting a mosaic blanket. I'm testing for Crochet with May. Um, she makes gorgeous overlay designs. That's why I'm not showing on camera what I do. That's why I'm being vague about this. It's coming out at the end of the month, though, so we'll be able to show it soon. But first, I will need to send it to the person it's destined for. It's going to Jerry and Dawn. That's who it's for. Yeah. Wanted to talk a little bit more about relaxation techniques and things like that since we were on the subject earlier. Crochet has a very calming mood. I happen to know a little bit about mental health. Like, I do a lot of advocating about that stuff on social media and everything. I do that along with my crochet work. I talk a lot about it over on Instagram and threads and that stuff. And so, crochet helps. Well, any crafts that you do helps not only take your mind off things, but it engages your body with your mind. it's a creative process, so your brain kind of goes into that, and it has healing properties, it has calming properties, it's very good for stress, anxiety, and things like that. But if you did not know that, I'm autistic, and it's also good for that because autistic people do something called stimming, which is stimulating your sensory needs. For example, by hold on, I need to. My nose is misbehaving. Allergies. Sorry. But for example, I do this a lot. So that is stimming. And I'm just, by tapping myself, I have the tapping sensation, but also like the movement, the restlessness of it uh, is good. It helps my brain regulate. And crocheting helps with that a lot because it's a very constant movement, you know. It's a lot of repetition, and so it is excellent for neurodivergent people, autistic people. It's good for ADHD, it's good for a lot of things. It helps me focus so much. So yeah, and there are a lot of other crafts that I do as well. I do cross stitch, and although cross stitch doesn't relax me as much because it is very precise work, it tends to stress me out because I always manage to tangle my strings. If you do cross stitch, let me know. But are you also like frustrated? Like, are you like me where you always tangle your floss and then you get mad at it? Always happens. Like with yarn, I'm patient enough to undo it, but with floss, oh goodness, I have a hard time. People have seen me be very annoyed on camera untangling yarn, but with floss, most of the time I'm ashamed to say I will cut that. You have to go, but you'll try to stop by again soon. Thank you for coming. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just saying that because some folks have bugged me about it in the past. When I say sorry, I can't show it, I'm testing, or sorry, it's a secret I can't show, but I still want to use my time in an efficient manner, you know. So whenever I'm streaming, I'm usually also working on something and just like sharing thoughts and things like that, talking about my day, talking about things, interesting things. But thank you so much for stopping by. I hope to see you again. We can talk more about Canada. Maple syrup. I'm just being jokey right now. It is funny because a lot of people wouldn't think that, but um, the whole thing that we put maple syrup on everything is a myth. There are some provinces that do it a little bit more. And we do have like, I don't know the name in English, but those places where you go eat and they put maple syrup on everything and cook everything with that. We do have those, but I mean it's mainly fun touristy thing. Like you go there once a year during that time of the year with your family or whatever, and it's kind of a tradition kind of thing. Like it's not required. Like we don't go there for fun. Like we make it a special event mostly. But most of the people I know don't even like maple syrup. I'm not a big fan of it personally. I don't like maple flavored things. I strongly dislike them actually. I can tolerate some, like ham is okay, and I do like I do like some stuff like candies, but I don't have much of a sweet tooth. Sometimes I do. I do get my cravings like we all do, but I'm way more into salty snacks. Bacon is good, but maple syrup bacon could go in the trash for all I care. To be honest with you, my dad loves that. He is obsessed, and he would always make it. When I was a kid, he would always make it for me, and I was like, Dad, I don't like maple syrup flavored bacon, maple flavored bacon. It is not good. Just personally, I don't like it. It's too fake sweet, sort of. It has that fake flavor to it. I don't like that, and I don't. I would rather just eat bacon. Yeah. And it's never really been a tradition in my family. We did the thing where you put boiled maple syrup on snow, you let it cool, and you put a little stick on it and you roll it on itself. That is so tasty and gets stuck in your teeth, but yummy. But now I can't eat more than one stick. After that, I'm sick. Maybe it's just because I'm an adult, not no longer a 5-year old. But in my hometown, we have a little festival. Um, don't know if it's still held, but when I was a kid, it was. It was called Snow Magic, and because it's really snowy and cold where I lived when I was a child, it's a little bit more to the north of here, and yeah, it's more of a dry climate, so we just get a lot more snow there. It gets way colder, but it doesn't feel as horrible as Montreal because of the humidity. It's lower, it's better. But we had a snow festival where we have uh, big slides put there, and they just tap snow on it. And so they're just big wooden slides that you go up a ladder, and then you bring your sled or something like that, and you slide down them. It's really fun. I wasn't allowed to go on the big one until I was like 9, something like that, much older. Um, but mind you, I love that stuff. I don't even think I need to calculate how much green I use, the dark green. Oh, because I made like maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 strips of it total, like 8 rows overall the whole blanket. Hmm. I already have all the stats because when I hit midway, I just weighed the whole blanket, and each time I made a new section, I weighed the difference so I know precisely what each segment of it weighs. So all of that is done for me. Very meticulous. So just wanted to, yeah. Sorry, blank. I got a big blank. Oh. I was complaining about a post on Facebook earlier, and it's kind of still in my mind. I worry how people will take that. I explained why a little bit earlier. But yeah, a friend of mine just wrote big praise about me on a Facebook group, and someone just went and turned it into something else. Like, poor Winter, everyone is mean to them, and I don't get why people always do that. I don't like to be the subject of that. Like, the compliment was nice and I took it, but I don't need the rest. Let me know if you're like me on that. Like, when people go and almost invent things to defend people about, like, there was no crisis before that happened. Like, there was nothing bad. It was just my friend praised me because he called me at 6 in the morning and we talked, and he wasn't feeling too great, and that was it. And that was a good moment, and which I appreciated a lot. Like, I wasn't able to sleep anyway, so I was glad to at least have company this morning. Like, it was nice for me to talk to my friend. Um, but I don't know if I'm being clear. Like, I don't want to rant about this and vent and be too much, but yeah, I'm just sometimes I need to talk it out with people. But yeah, I guess it's the fact that I'm not involved in the discussion and people are. I don't know what it is really, but yeah, I'm gonna put this color back because I'm done with it for good. And now, whew, just more turquoise for the sky. Ouch! Back problems already at my age. Sucks. Ooh! More followers. I recently hit 900 followers on Instagram, so that's fun. I'm almost at 1K, so might do a giveaway soon, people. I think that would be cool. Keep an eye out if you want to follow me on Instagram. I'm Winter Nightmare Crochet over there, all in one word. And it is in the description, I believe. So yeah, I might do a 1K giveaway. It's probably just gonna be one of my washcloth patterns, something like that. Don't know yet. Keep an eye out. We never know. Maybe something more fun. It for sure is not gonna be something I need to ship because I'm poor. Unless someone wants to sponsor the giveaway, I mean. But it's all a bit complicated because we have laws about that in Quebec. Um, like, I can't give away anything more pricey than $100. So it has to be under 100. But because otherwise I would have to register that, and I don't have the energy to do all that stuff right now. So it will just be a matter of giving away small fun stuff that we can all enjoy, like patterns and things. I do like giving away patterns because I love to see people's creations, what they make with my patterns. It's one of my most fun things, to be honest with you. It gives you a little tickle when people are fond of your work, and always makes me smile and makes my day. It's like, oh, I'm appreciated as a designer. People like what I do. And yeah, I've seen a few people make my stuff and tag me in it, and every time I'm always so happy. I've had a lot of testers, so my testers often do that, which, well, I expect them to because they're testing for me. But when it's someone out in the wild who just likes your patterns, as an artist, it is such an honor to have a random person on the internet that you've never heard of like your work enough that they buy it and make it for themselves and use it to create their own projects or makes sales out of it, things like that. Personally, I'm the school of thinking that I don't mind people selling what they make from my patterns, and I welcome it actually. It's one of the things I think are most important is like, please, please enjoy what you're making at least, but if you make money, just tag me and I'll be okay. I mean, just tag me so people who want to make this for themselves can do it too, but like, you made this, you might as well profit from it, and same, like, I sell a few things that are from other designers. Always give credit for that. I think it is super important because you are profiting from something someone else made, even if you're crocheting it yourself. You didn't think of that. You just put some colors you liked together and you did it. So it's just kind of honesty to me to just be like, hey, click on this link and you'll be able to make this for yourself if you're also a crocheter. That's just how I feel on the matter. I know a lot of people don't credit designers, and it makes me sad because they work really hard, and those zombie cats that I make are from a local artist called Tanya, and she is wonderful. I've linked her in a lot of my videos. I've talked about her enough, but she had legal battles because one of her patterns is being stolen by places like Amazon. They're making plushies out of her zombie cat. They're not giving any credit. She doesn't make a commission from them. Places like Timu and um, AliExpress are profiting from that. Like, yeah. And so she's in a legal battle about this, trying to yeah, get it to stop, and makes me sad for her. She has amazing talent, or her zombie cats are one of the most popular plushie patterns out there. You might have seen them everywhere, to be honest. Like, they're very known in the crochet world. But Tanya is very cool, and I've talked to her a few times. Always so nice to me. Always excited to see my zombie kitties and my new projects. Always supportive. So, yeah. The one thing I really hate about that is it's very addictive to make cute patterns. That's a very bad thing. I kind of want all of the patterns, but it's not realistic to buy all of them. Yeah. My workflow is going so much better than it was this morning. I think my nap just recharged the batteries, which is what naps do. Not usually a person who takes naps, but my sleep schedule is over the rainbow, at the end of the world, somewhere I don't know. I think I can even figure out the rest of the pattern without checking it again because I have another section of ants that is right below there. I'm finally at the point of the pattern where I've memorized it, but I'm at the end. And this is the second to last section. After this section, which is about this big, I'll have another one that is about this big. Yeah, and it will be the end. What time is it? It's 3:45. I think I will leave around 4 or 4:30, something like that, just to be ready for Kevin's Patreon live chat thing. Someone pays for that for me because I'm poor. A friend of mine just said, "You know what? I want you to be there." So, I don't know why people are so awesome, but they are. So thankful, really am. Yeah. Okay. And I do have Amazon Prime membership, but it's paid for by a gift card. So as soon as the gift card is empty, I'm gonna be out of that too. But I do have a $5 discount and save thingy for a month, and after that it goes back full price. But yeah, I have 1 month left on my gift card. After that, it's done. Unless I get another gift card, get them through an app that you play games on your phone and blah blah blah. It takes a lot of time to build up money. Like, yeah, maybe don't play all day and do nothing else. But if you just play a little bit every night, at one point you will have an Amazon gift card, the sizable amount, and that's nice. You can get some fun stuff. Last thing I got was some safety eyes, new compression gloves again, because I had three pairs, but one that was completely annihilated, one that was always falling apart, but I could sew back together a little bit, and one that doesn't have these grips on here, so it was too hard to crochet with. I wear it like when I do anything else at all, when I don't need to grip something small. I use it for that. It's the best way I can think of, to be honest. So yeah, that, a pet brush to brush out yarn, like if I'm making something that needs to be brushed, like hair or something like that for a doll. It was like below $10. It was really cheap. It was like $8, I think. It has a very squishy handle. Hold on, I'll show you the pet brush. It's really nice. It's cheap, but it's gonna work for what I do with it. You don't need it to be super mega perfect. It's just comb out some yarn If I were to brush a cat, I would have gotten a better one. But look at this. It's got a squishy handle, so it's not too much pressure for my hands. That's good. And it's got little metal thingies coming out of it. And it's blue. It says wall. So yeah, this is gonna be useful for my crochet. I needed it. I've needed it for a while. Oh, whew, it's getting hot in here. Do I make another row? Starting to have finger ache, not ache, like hurt. Eek. Whew. It's a little bit spicy. Yeah, no, I'm gonna take a break. Yeah, the yarn is following me. Unfair. And put that back, and put this back. Maybe I'll work again on it later tonight. But if I keep working on it now, I'm gonna flare up even more. That's not good. You gotta pick your battles. You gotta just admit you're defeated sometimes. And just take a break for your sake. If you break up your sessions of crochet throughout the day when you have chronic pain like I do, can be better for your body. Let's do something else, like fill up your shop stock, write a pattern, do something else that is different, that the movement for is different. Just give your hand a break. All right. It's getting so big. Yeah. It's so beautiful too. All right. I'm gonna put back my camera. Hello, you can see more of me. Not that I'm bragging, just laughing. Hiccups, great. Oh, I got more nice comments on that post. That removes the worrying stuff that I was talking about earlier. someone got their hair a teal color that matches the yarn I was using 5 seconds ago, so that was pretty funny. I just had to comment that. I'm a little bit of a weirdo, if you know me in real life. I'm gonna go get me a snack. I'm a little bit snack hungry. It's gonna be more Mr. Noodles. I'm gonna eat that as I watch Kevin Key later. He's on in an hour or so. So, oh yeah, I want to show you again the new hooks I have. If you didn't know, I have the whole series of Aries furls that I've had for a very long time, maybe 2 or 3 years, something like that. But my 4mm broke, so I had to replace it. Just got a regular Susan Bates. But with carpal tunnel, it's really hard to handle such small things, and hard on my hands, and it was gonna hurt if I were to do that. So I bought a pack of with my. It's one of the things I got with my gift card on Amazon is silicone beads. These are 1.5mm ones. Hold on, I'll measure to make sure that's right. Yeah. So those are the 1.5. Those are the bigger style. You have 12, and you have 9 too if you really look for it. But just got me a pride hook. This one. Sorry, my camera is the wrong direction, so I'm struggling to show things properly. But just a rainbow, and here we have more Halloweeny colors. I quite like the vibe of. So yeah, I just did this, and I needed to replace my size D hook, so that's why I got this smaller one here. And I'm also gonna need a B one soon. So I have one here, but the handle is a little bit small. So I'm gonna be replacing it. I still have more beads. I got a pack. It was like $15 or something for a pack of few different colors. So yeah. They just didn't have a bright orange, and that I'm sad. But I got this kind of pastel orange here, cream orange, and so I made it to match the other colors. Still, even if it's not a shade I would have used, still think it looks pretty good. I've shown these on stream before, but I just wanted to show them again because I love those so much. Happy that I could finally get replacements. It was cheap. It cost me like $4 for those hooks. And I'm, yeah, cheap at Michael's. So that is that. Right, I'm gonna have to go soon, I think. Running out of things to say. And also, I need to eat, rest my hands. So yeah, I'm glad that I could at least, even if I didn't stream all day, I will have streamed long time. I did a 3 hour session and now 1.5 hours, so that's pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna put my Shopify again if you want to check that out. I would really appreciate that. I'm a little bit out of money at the moment, so that would really help out with bills and rent. And you can also go over to my Ko-fi if you felt entertained by this live stream. And so, yeah, that's ways you can support me. other than that, thank you so much for watching and chatting. I really appreciated that. I enjoy sharing with my community. I enjoy talking about such random stuff. I know that my mind is a little bit all over the place, and it's not everyone's cup of tea. But thank you, people who stayed for a while and chatted with me. I will see you all later, hopefully. And I hope you all have a good day. Stay hydrated. I hope you have good food, good sleep, a very good time, that you're doing fun, amazing things. And I will talk to you later. Bye, everyone.